Good morning to the US and to Germany and everywhere into the world, to all of the Crown Vic fans of you. Frank is back here from Germany and I owe you an answer, or I still owe you an answer regarding my question which car I should buy, which police car I should buy if I ever buy a second retired police car. I have some notes here. I asked you a few weeks ago here on my channel, what do you mean, which car I should buy when I ever buy a retired police car? And you leave me comments, roughly 100 comments until today, and I had a look into these comments and want to answer you what you recommend, or what you have recommend. I divided into two sections: older cars from the 60s and 70s, also in the 80s, and newer cars in the 90s, or from the 90s and the 2000s up to today. And yeah, I want to tell you what you prefer for cars here in these sections, and at the end I will tell you what I think about, or what I will do, or what I would do. But first, have a look on this beautiful license plates here on the left. I'm trying today, as every time when I've got new or no Vic in the picture here, you can see, to put some American style onto the picture. And today I'm in my daughter's room, and she's also interested in the US like me, and she has collected a few original license plates from your states, and she has chosen the colorful ones, not to pick up or not picked up some states she looked for the colorful ones. Maybe you can see your own state in this little collection here, from you in the right side, from me in the left. So let's start. I've got the first section, that's the newer cars. Yeah, so the first place, the winner is, you recommend, is a Dodge Charger. Yeah, from 100 commands, not every command leave a direct command to a car, but I've got 14 commands to the Dodge Charger 5.7 Hemi, or Hemi, I don't know. Yes, it's a winner of the recommendation of the newer cars. And the second place was the Crown Vic. The Crown Vic with 8 commands that I should buy another Crown Vic. And the third place is the Chevy Caprice with 4 commands, the newer model. And from the beginning in the 90s, two guys told me that would be the favorite from the guy who leaves the comment. Two comments for the older Caprice. So first place, the Dodge Charger. Second place, Crown Vic, or Ford Crown Vic, and the third and fourth place is Chevy Caprice, the newer one, and 1 or 2 comments to the older one. Okay, let's go. No, I've forgotten in the newer car column here, 2 comments to the Ford Explorer, 2 comments to the Chevy Tahoe, 1 to the Ford Taurus, and 1 for the Ford Mustang. So I've got 4, 6, 7 models, and the first 3 places were the Dodge Charger, the Crown Vic, and the Chevy Caprice. So let's jump into the section of the older cars. At the end, I will make a conclusion. What does it mean for me? Yeah, the older cars, it's a few comments, but every time there's only one comment for the following cars. Okay, I will start. 1968 Plymouth Belvedere, 1970 Plymouth Fury, 1974 Plymouth Fury, 1980 Dodge Diplomat, 1985 Dodge Diplomat, 1978 Dodge Monaco, and the Chevy Impala, at least a 1980 Chevy Impala. So that's the older section. What does it mean for me? Let's start with the newer ones. With the winner, Dodge Charger. Some guys told me they have problems with the cylinder heads sometimes. They had problems with the tranny sometimes. And one guy told me the Dodge Charger is a maintenance monster. And also the insurance is not cheap, and the spare parts are not so cheap. I've seen some Chargers in Germany, a handful, but that was a civilian model, and I think it's these models are V8 models, not the V6 models, and the Hemi 5.7 is an 8-cylinder model. So yes, it's faster, it's more modern than the Chevy Caprice. No, that's than the Crown Vic. But I think I could get into trouble with a 5.7 liter engine. So no one in Germany has this engine. If they are owning or own an Chevy, no, and Dodge Charger, they have the V6 engine. And I've never seen a Dodge garage into the or near around. So that's also the reason for the Chevy Caprice. I've seen Dodge Chargers, a handful, but I've never seen Caprices in Germany. And if some guys told in the comments it's the Caprice were built or are built in Australia, and also the guys in the US have problems to get cheap parts, and they are waiting for parts. So it's not a good idea here in Germany to buy a Chevy Caprice. So I think when we jump on here, the Ford Explorer, yes, I've seen a few Ford Explorers, and I see also a few Chevy Tahoes in Germany. They imported the cars self or with a special importer. I've never seen a Ford Taurus. Yes, and the Mustangs we have a few. Okay, what does it mean in the modern car section? That means to me, the first place for me, if I ever would buy a second police car, is still the Crown Vic. Yeah, we have a nice speech word in Germany that means Schuster, bleib bei deinen Leisten. It's in German. That means a shoemaker, and he has tools and knowledge, and it means stay in the area where you have tools and knowledge. And that means to me, I've got Ford garages here nearby. They are specialized for European cars, or maybe they can help me also in US Technik. And 1 hour ago I've got a US car dealer with a garage, also specialized for Ford. I think the first place for me, if I ever buy, and if you've seen my videos importing a Crown Vic together with Chris, we're going on in this. A Crown Vic is still my first place. At the second place, it could be a Dodge Charger, but then I think are the normal V6 versions. I think there are more techniques here in the garages, or technicians, they have knowledge with that. The 5.7 I've never seen, I don't know if they have knowledge about that. And at least the Dodge Charger 5.7, you can buy it by special importers here. They are not cheap. You have to pay for a retired police car up from 13,000 euros. That means roughly $15,000. That's a car with 100,000 miles on the odo. So that means, as a conclusion, the Ford Vic is still my first place, and then the Charger comes up on a second place. And the third place is from the section of the older cars you have mentioned. I repeat it, the Plymouth Belvedere, the Plymouth Fury, the Dodge Diplomat, the Dodge Monaco, and the Chevy Impala. And if I buy, or let me explain why I can't buy one of these cars. They are so huge. I'm in trouble with my Crown Vic to find a garage, to park it on my driveway, and to find a parking lot at the supermarket and so on. It's huge for me, the Ford Crown, but the cars from the 70s are much more huge. So if I ever buy one of this section you recommend, I think it would be a Dodge Monaco. Why? The Dodge Monaco was a bluesmobile, and everyone in the mid-age in Germany knows the Blues Brothers theme. So that could be nice, catching weird looks and so on, but it's too huge. So let's jump back into the section of the newer cars, and I think I will try on the Ford Crown Vic, and maybe when I'm a little bit crazy or whatever, I also had a look on the Dodge Charger. Yeah, and as a conclusion, my 3 places. First place, Ford Crown Vic. Second place, Dodge Charger. Maybe a V6 version. It's not to get in trouble with the 5.7 in Germany. And the third place, the Dodge Monaco. So, long words, but I want to answer your recommendation and your comments. And yeah, thanks a lot. And I will see you again in a few weeks. We've got mid of February, and I think in the beginning or in the mid of March, my Crown Vic will be back. And then you can get new videos here on my channel. I've got some ideas here for new videos. So stay interested, and greetings to the US. Thanks, Frank. Bye.